What am I waking up to do today? He understood something profound, that the morning doesn't just happen to us. We happen to the morning, we shape it, we breathe life into it with our choices, our thoughts, our willingness to rise when comfort begs us to stay. There's a reason the ancient Stoics treated dawn as sacred. They knew that how you begin shapes everything that follows. The morning is where transformation lives. It's where the person you want to become meets the person you are right now. And in that meeting, in that quiet confrontation with yourself, real change becomes possible. Think about water flowing down a mountain. It doesn't rush all at once. It begins with a single drop, then another, each one following the path of least resistance until, over time, it carves canyons through solid rock. Your morning is that first drop. Small, yes, but powerful beyond measure when given consistency and intention. We live in a world that celebrates the night, the late hours, the burning midnight oil, the idea that rest is somehow weakness. But the Stoics knew better. They understood that true strength isn't found in exhaustion, it's found in discipline, in the quiet victory of choosing presence over convenience, of choosing growth over comfort. Seneca once wrote, "Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. Each morning is a miniature lifetime. It has its own beginning, middle and end. Its own opportunities and challenges. Its own moment of choice where you decide, will I be intentional or will I be reactive?" When you wake early, you're not just gaining time. You're reclaiming sovereignty over your life. You're saying, I choose how this day begins. I choose the energy I bring. I choose the thoughts I feed. And that choice, that simple, profound choice, ripples through everything that follows. The beauty of morning isn't just in its quietness, it's in its honesty. The morning doesn't lie to you. It shows you exactly who you are when no one is watching, when there's no audience to perform for, when it's just you, your breath, and the question, what kind of person do I want to be today? This isn't about perfection. It's not about becoming someone you're not. It's about meeting yourself with compassion and clarity, about building a relationship with discipline that feels like love, not punishment, about understanding that every sunrise is an invitation, not a demand, but an invitation to start again. So, as we journey through these 7 principles of morning stoicism, remember, you're not just learning strategies. You're rediscovering an ancient wisdom that has guided warriors, philosophers, and everyday heroes for thousands of years. You're learning to treat your morning as what it truly is, a gift, a teacher, and a sacred space where the person you're becoming takes shape. Pause the video right now and type these words in the comments. I rise with intention and purpose. Make it your declaration to the universe. Don't skip any part of this video. Your transformation lives in the complete journey. Let's begin. Number 1. The power of predictable ritual. There's something deeply human about ritual, something that reaches past our logic and touches the part of us that craves meaning, connection, and continuity. The ancient Stoics understood this. They didn't just wake up randomly and hope for the best. They built ceremonies around their mornings, simple, repeatable acts that transformed ordinary moments into something sacred. Epictetus taught his students about the concept of premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of challenges. But he also taught something equally important, the power of consistent practice. He would say, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Your morning ritual is where that transformation begins. It's where saying becomes doing. Think about a lighthouse standing firm against crashing waves. It doesn't change its position based on the weather. It doesn't move when storms come. It stands exactly where it needs to stand, offering the same light, the same guidance, night after night, storm after storm. Your morning ritual is your lighthouse. It's the fixed point in a changing world. When you create a predictable morning sequence, even something as simple as waking at the same time, drinking water, sitting in silence and setting an intention, you're doing something revolutionary. You're telling your nervous system, you are safe, you are grounded, we know what comes next. And in that safety, in that groundedness, your mind stops spinning and starts focusing. The beauty of ritual isn't in its complexity, it's in its reliability. Your brain loves patterns. It craves them. When you repeat the same morning sequence day after day, your brain starts to anticipate it. It prepares for it. The resistance you feel on day 1 starts to dissolve by day 7. By day 30, it's not willpower anymore. It's just who you are. But here's what makes this stoic. Not just routine, intention. Anyone can go through motions. The Stoics infused their rituals with meaning. When Marcus Aurelius performed his morning routine, he wasn't just checking boxes. He was preparing his soul for the day ahead. He was remembering his values, his purpose, his commitment to virtue. So what does this look like practically? It means choosing 3 to 5 simple actions that ground you. Maybe it's lighting a candle and taking 3 deep breaths. Maybe it's reading a page of wisdom. Maybe it's looking out the window and acknowledging the gift of another day. The specific actions matter less than your presence within them. Notice the word, presence. This is where most people lose the power of ritual. They create a routine, but they sleepwalk through it. They're physically there, but mentally they're already in the chaos of the day. The Stoic approach is different. Each action deserves your full attention. Each moment is honored. When you drink water, you feel the water. When you breathe, you feel the breath. This is how ritual becomes transformation. There's a reason monasteries have bells, why sacred traditions have prayers, why winners have pre-game routines. They all understand something fundamental. Consistency creates capacity. When your morning is predictable, your mind is free to go deeper. You're not wasting mental energy deciding what to do next. You're channeling that energy into presence, into growth, into becoming. And here's the paradox. This structure doesn't limit your freedom, it creates it. When your morning is solid, when it's something you can rely on, the rest of your day has space to be flexible. You can handle surprises, you can adapt to challenges, because you started from a place of centeredness, not chaos. The Stoics also knew something about imperfection. Your ritual won't be perfect every day. Some mornings you'll be tired. Some mornings you'll resist. Some mornings life will interrupt. And that's okay. The power isn't in perfection. It's in return. It's in saying, yesterday I stumbled, but today I'm back. This is the practice. This is the path. So ask yourself tonight before you sleep, what 3 simple actions will anchor my morning? What ritual will I commit to, not for a week, but for a lifetime? What sequence will become my lighthouse? Because once you answer these questions and begin, you're not just changing your morning, you're changing the entire trajectory of your life. If this resonates with your soul, let me see you commit below. Write, my morning ritual is my foundation. And watch how speaking it makes it real. Number 2, winning the battle before it begins. The greatest battles are won before the sun rises. Not on the battlefield, but in the mind. Not with swords, but with decisions. The Stoics knew this truth intimately. They understood that the war for your day isn't fought at noon when chaos arrives. It's fought in those precious early moments when you choose your state of mind. There's a concept in Stoic philosophy called the discipline of assent. It means you have the power to choose which thoughts you accept and which you reject. But here's what most people miss. This power is strongest in the morning. Your mind is fresh, unburdened by the day's accumulation of stress and reactivity. This is your advantage. This is your window. Think of your mind as a fortress. Every day, countless forces will try to breach its walls. Anxiety about deadlines, worry about relationships, fear about the future, anger about the past. If you wait until these forces are at your gate, you're already defending. But if you fortify your mind in the morning, before the siege begins, you stand from a position of strength. Marcus Aurelius practiced what he called morning meditation. He would sit with himself and prepare for the day ahead, not by planning every detail, but by remembering his principles. He would remind himself, "Today I will meet difficult people. They may be angry, ungrateful, or deceitful, but I will not let their actions disturb my inner peace. I am in control of my responses, not their actions." This is what winning before the battle looks like. You're not pretending challenges won't come. You're preparing yourself to meet them with grace instead of reaction. You're choosing your emotional baseline before life tries to choose it for you. When you wake and immediately check your phone, you're inviting the world to set your emotional tone. Someone else's emergency becomes your urgency. Someone else's anger becomes your agitation. Someone else's expectations become your anxiety. You've surrendered the battle before you even knew it was happening. The Stoics would see this as voluntary slavery, giving away your freedom to external circumstances. But when you wake and give yourself time before engaging with the external world, something powerful happens. You remember who you are beneath all the roles and responsibilities. You reconnect with your values. You choose the lens through which you'll view the day. This isn't escaping reality. This is preparing to engage with reality from a place of wisdom rather than fear. Consider the athlete before the game. They don't just show up and react. They visualize. They breathe. They center themselves. They remember their training. They choose their mindset. Your life deserves the same preparation. Every single day is a game worth preparing for. Every morning is your locker room moment. The practical application is simple but profound. Spend the first few minutes of your waking life in deliberate thought. Not worry, not planning, but philosophical preparation. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be today? What values will I embody regardless of circumstances? What challenges might arise, and how will I meet them with wisdom? Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." The morning is where you break this cycle. Instead of imagining worst-case scenarios that trigger anxiety, you imagine best-case responses that trigger readiness. You don't visualize failure, you visualize resilience. You don't rehearse panic, you rehearse peace. This is also where gratitude becomes a weapon, not the shallow checklist kind of gratitude, but deep acknowledgement of what you have. When you start your day by recognizing what's already working, what's already beautiful, what's already enough, you build psychological armor. Complaints can't penetrate as easily. Comparison loses its sting. Dissatisfaction has nowhere to root. The Stoics believed in amor fati, love of fate. This means embracing whatever comes with openness rather than resistance. But this isn't passive acceptance. It's active choice. And that choice is made strongest in the morning when you decide, whatever happens today, I will find the lesson. I will find the growth. I will find the opportunity hidden within the challenge. Here's the truth most people never realize. You don't need to control life to live well. You only need to control your relationship with life. And that relationship is established fresh every morning. It's not permanent. It's not fixed. It's a daily renewal of your commitment to respond with wisdom, courage, and grace. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone, before you start planning, before you engage with anything external, take 3 minutes. Sit. Breathe. Remember who you are. Remember what you stand for. Prepare your mind for whatever comes. Win the battle before it begins. Here's your power move. Drop this in the comments. I choose my response before the world chooses for me. Say it out loud, then write it down. Let's claim this together. Number 3, the holy hour of silence. There's a reason every wisdom tradition honors silence. It's not empty. It's full of presence, full of clarity, full of the truth that gets drowned out by noise. The Stoics didn't just tolerate silence, they sought it hungrily. They knew that in the quiet, we hear what matters most. And the morning, before the world awakens, is when silence is most accessible and most powerful. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, taught that wisdom begins with listening, not just to others, but to ourselves. But how can we hear our own inner voice when we're constantly feeding ourselves external input? The morning silence isn't about blocking the world out. It's about tuning yourself in. Think of silence like the surface of a still pond. When there are no ripples, no disturbances, you can see clearly to the bottom. You can see the truth of what lies beneath. But the moment you throw a stone, a notification, a thought spiral, a rush into activity, the clarity vanishes. The morning is your opportunity to protect that stillness before the inevitable stones begin to fly. This isn't about meditation in the formal sense, though that's beautiful too. This is about something even simpler. Being. Just being. Sitting with yourself without agenda, without trying to fix anything or become anything or achieve anything. Just breathing, just existing, just allowing the profound simplicity of aliveness to wash over you. There's a Japanese concept called ma, the space between things. Not the things themselves, but the space. The pause between notes that makes music meaningful. The silence between words that gives language power. The rest between movements that allows dance to breathe. Your morning silence is the ma of your life. It's what makes everything else meaningful. Western culture has trained us to fear silence. We fill every gap with sound, distraction, stimulation. We've forgotten that silence isn't absence, it's presence. It's not nothing, it's everything. In silence, you're not losing time, you're gaining yourself. You're not being unproductive, you're accessing the source of all true productivity. The Stoics practiced what they called retreat into the self. Not physically withdrawing from the world, but creating internal sanctuary. And the morning is the easiest time to access this sanctuary because the world isn't yet demanding your attention. The emails can wait. The problems haven't activated yet. The roles you play, parent, employee, partner, they're still dormant. In this space, you're just you. Here's what happens in that silence. Your nervous system regulates. Your stress hormones normalize. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for wisdom, decision-making, and emotional regulation, comes fully online. You're not just sitting there doing nothing. You're physiologically preparing your entire system to function at its highest level. But beyond the science, there's something spiritual about morning silence. Not religious necessarily, but spiritual in the sense of connecting with something larger than your immediate concerns. When you sit in silence, you remember perspective. Your problems seem smaller. Your gratitude feels bigger. Your sense of connection to life itself deepens. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." But he also could have said we have silence and noise, so we can embrace silence twice as much as we create noise. In the silence, we listen to life. We listen to our intuition. We listen to the wisdom that's always been there but gets drowned out by constant doing. The practical practice is beautifully simple. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Sit comfortably, close your eyes or soften your gaze, and do absolutely nothing. Don't meditate with technique. Don't visualize. Don't affirm. Just be. If thoughts come, let them pass like clouds. If feelings arise, let them move through you. You're not trying to achieve a special state. You're simply resting in the state you already are. Some mornings your mind will be quiet. Some mornings it will be loud. Both are perfect. The practice isn't about controlling your inner experience. It's about being present to it without judgment. This is how you build self-awareness. This is how you develop the capacity to notice your patterns without being enslaved by them. The gift of morning silence is cumulative. The first day might feel awkward. By day 7, you'll notice subtle shifts. By day 30, you won't recognize the person you were before. Not because you've become someone different, but because you've become more fully yourself. The noise was covering your truth. The silence reveals it. Listen, if you felt that truth, don't just nod along, type it below. In silence, I find my truest self. Let your fingers seal what your heart already knows. Number 4, moving with purpose, not pressure. The body remembers what the mind forgets. It holds tension, stores stress, carries yesterday's burdens into today's dawn. The Stoics understood that wisdom isn't just philosophical, it's physical. When Marcus Aurelius prepared for his day, he didn't just meditate. He moved. He understood that a stagnant body creates a stagnant mind, and that movement in the morning is a conversation between who you were yesterday and who you're becoming today. There's an ancient principle called pneuma in Stoic philosophy, the vital breath, the life force that connects body and soul. The Stoics believed this force needed circulation, activation, awakening, not through frantic exercise or punishing routines, but through intentional movement that honors the gift of your physical form. Think about a river that's been frozen all winter. When spring arrives, the ice doesn't shatter violently. It melts gradually, gently, until the water remembers how to flow. Your morning movement is that thaw. After hours of stillness during sleep, your body needs to remember its aliveness, not through shock, but through invitation. This isn't about becoming an athlete or achieving fitness goals, though those are beautiful pursuits. This is about something more fundamental, inhabiting your body with presence and gratitude. When you stretch in the morning, you're not just loosening muscles. You're saying thank you. Thank you to your legs that will carry you. Thank you to your arms that will reach and hold. Thank you to your heart that beats without asking permission. Seneca wrote about the importance of physical resilience, but not for vanity or competition. He saw the body as a vessel for virtue. How can you practice courage if your body is weak from neglect? How can you practice discipline if you've never asked your body to do something challenging? How can you practice wisdom if you're disconnected from the physical intelligence your body offers? The morning is the perfect time for this reconnection because your body is honest in the morning. It tells you where you're tight, where you're holding stress, where you need attention. This feedback is a gift. When you move mindfully, whether it's yoga, walking, stretching, or simply flowing through gentle movements, you're listening to your body's wisdom instead of overriding it. Here's what most people get wrong. They approach morning movement with the same pressure they bring to everything else. They need to burn calories, hit targets, check boxes. But the Stoic approach is different. Movement in the morning isn't another task to accomplish. It's a meditation in motion. It's a way of saying, I'm here, I'm present, I'm alive. Consider how animals move when they wake. A cat doesn't consult a workout plan. It stretches luxuriously, fully, instinctively. A dog doesn't count repetitions. It shakes, stretches, plays. They move because movement is natural, joyful, necessary. Somewhere along the way, we humans forgot this. We turned movement into obligation instead of celebration. The practice can be remarkably simple. 5 to 10 minutes of intentional movement. Maybe you flow through gentle stretches, feeling each part of your body wake up. Maybe you walk outside and let your legs remember their strength. Maybe you dance to a song that makes your soul feel alive. The specific form matters less than your intention and presence. What transforms this from exercise to stoic practice is mindfulness. As you move, you notice. You notice your breath deepening. You notice tension releasing. You notice energy beginning to circulate. You're not dissociating from your body. You're coming home to it. You're not punishing it for not being enough. You're thanking it for being exactly what it is. There's also something profound about moving before the world makes demands on you. When you move on your own terms, in your own time, at your own pace, you're practicing autonomy. You're reminding yourself that your body is yours, not your employer's, not your family's, not society's, yours. And you get to care for it with love, not force. Epictetus taught his students about the dichotomy of control, focusing on what's within your power. Your body's movement is within your power. You can't control if you get sick. You can't control aging. You can't control genetics. But you can control whether you honor your body with conscious movement each morning. That's your realm of power. That's where your dignity lives. And here's the beautiful ripple effect. When you move your body with intention in the morning, you carry that intentionality into everything else. The way you move through conversations, the way you move through challenges, the way you move through your entire day. Physical intentionality breeds mental intentionality. They're not separate, they're one unified practice. So tomorrow morning, after your silence, move. Not because you have to, but because you get to. Not to fix yourself, but to celebrate yourself. Not with pressure, but with purpose. Before you move to the next part, leave this promise below. I honor my body with purposeful movement. Your future self is watching. Make them proud. Number 5. Feeding your mind before the world feeds you. What you consume in the morning becomes the soil from which your thoughts grow all day. The ancient Celts were meticulous about this. They didn't start their days absorbing gossip, tragedy, or triviality. They fed their minds deliberately, carefully, sacredly, with wisdom, truth, and philosophy. They understood that mental nutrition is as important as physical nutrition, perhaps even more so. Marcus Aurelius kept a journal that we now call Meditations. But here's what most people don't realize. These weren't just reflections written at night. Many were morning preparations. He would write reminders to himself about how to think, how to respond, how to embody his values. He was programming his mind before the day could program it for him. There's a reason every sacred tradition has morning prayers, readings, or contemplations. It's not superstition, it's psychological wisdom. The first thoughts you think, the first words you read, the first ideas you entertain, they set the frequency for everything that follows. It's like tuning an instrument before a performance. You wouldn't start playing without tuning first. Why would you start your day without tuning your mind? Think about the difference between 2 mornings. In one, you wake and immediately scroll social media, absorbing other people's curated lives, manufactured outrage, and endless comparison. In the other, you wake and read a paragraph of wisdom from a philosopher, poet, or thinker who elevates your perspective. Which morning creates a person capable of wisdom? Which creates anxiety? The Stoics had a practice called morning reading of the philosophers. It wasn't academic. It wasn't about accumulating knowledge. It was about reminding themselves of what they already knew, but easily forgot under pressure. Seneca would read Epicurus. Marcus would read Epictetus. They fed their minds with truth before the world could feed them with nonsense. Here's the profound part. You don't need to read for an hour. You don't need to finish books. You need to read for resonance. One paragraph that lands in your soul is worth more than 10 chapters that pass through your mind without touching anything. Quality over quantity, depth over breadth, transformation over information. Choose your source wisely. Maybe it's Stoic philosophy. Maybe it's poetry that opens your heart. Maybe it's spiritual texts that ground your values. Maybe it's biographies of people who inspire your courage. The content matters less than the intention. You're choosing what shapes your thinking. You're being deliberate about the mental seeds you plant. There's a concept in psychology called priming. Whatever you expose yourself to first influences how you perceive everything that follows. If you prime yourself with wisdom, you'll perceive your day through the lens of wisdom. If you prime yourself with drama, you'll perceive your day through the lens of drama. You're not just reading words, you're choosing the lens through which you'll see life today. Epictetus taught, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. But how do you embody something you haven't reminded yourself of? The morning reading is that reminder. It's not about learning new truths, it's about remembering eternal ones. It's about saying, oh yes, this is who I want to be. This is what matters. This is how I want to show up. And here's the antidote to overwhelm. Your morning reading isn't another thing to stress about. It's not homework. It's nourishment. It's medicine. You don't force medicine down your throat begrudgingly. You take it gratefully because it heals you. Approach your morning reading the same way. This is healing for your mind. The practical application is beautifully simple. Keep one book, one journal, one source of wisdom by your bed or in your morning space. Before you engage with any other input, before news, before messages, before screens, read one page, one paragraph, one passage. Let it settle in your mind. Let it infuse your thinking. Let it become the foundation of your day. Some mornings, a single sentence will be enough. It'll hit you differently. It'll illuminate something you needed to see. Other mornings, you'll read more.
Order filled.
Both are perfect. The practice isn't about quantity.
He's not one of them.
And quality. It's about feeding your mind before the world tries to fill it with junk. The Stoics also knew the power of memorization. They would commit passages to heart so that in difficult moments, wisdom would be immediately accessible. You might do the same. When a passage resonates deeply, write it down, repeat it. Let it become part of your internal dialogue. Let it be the voice that speaks up when fear tries to dominate. You are the gatekeeper of your mind. The morning is when you decide what enters first. Choose wisdom, choose truth, choose nourishment, choose growth.
Equal highs at the moment.
Number 6, setting intention, not just goals. There's a crucial difference between goals and intentions, and the Stoics understood this distinction with razor-sharp clarity. Goals are about outcomes you hope to achieve. Intentions are about the person you choose to be. Goals depend on circumstances outside your control. Intentions depend only on you. And in the morning, before the unpredictability of life unfolds, you have the power to set your intention, to decide not what will happen, but who you will be regardless of what happens. Marcus Aurelius faced this reality every day. As Emperor of Rome, he couldn't control whether his armies would win, whether his advisors would be loyal, whether his health would hold. But he could control his character. Every morning he would set his intention. Today I will be just. Today I will be patient. Today I will be courageous. Not today I will win, but today I will be worthy of whatever comes. This is the heart of Stoic wisdom, the recognition that external outcomes are ultimately beyond our complete control, but our internal state, our choices, our character, these are our kingdom. And the morning is when you claim your throne. When you set your intention, you're not planning your day like a chess game. You're declaring your values like a sacred oath. Think about a compass. It doesn't control where you go. It doesn't guarantee you'll reach your destination, but it always points true north. Your morning intention is your compass. It gives you direction when you're lost. It brings you back when you've wandered. It reminds you what matters when everything else is noise. The modern world obsesses over productivity, achievement, success. We wake up thinking about what we need to do, what we need to accomplish, what we need to prove. But the Stoics would ask a different question. Who do I need to be? Because when you focus on being rather than doing, the doing naturally aligns with your deepest values. When you focus on character rather than achievement, your achievements become meaningful rather than empty. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." The waste he spoke of wasn't about efficiency. It was about living without intention, going through the motions, reacting instead of responding, drifting instead of directing. Your morning intention is how you stop the drift. It's how you become the author of your day, instead of just a character in someone else's story. Here's how this looks practically. After you've been silent, after you've moved, after you've fed your mind with wisdom, you ask yourself one powerful question. How do I want to show up today? Not what do you want to achieve, but how do you want to be? Present, patient, compassionate, honest, peaceful. Maybe today your intention is to listen more than you speak. Maybe it's to respond with grace when someone is difficult. Maybe it's to stay grounded when chaos swirls. Maybe it's to offer kindness even when you're tired. These aren't tasks to check off.
And I was thinking about
being to embody.
I was thinking about
they're not about perfection. They're about direction.
They never allow me even
fire
out, man.
Intentions is that they're always within your control. You can't control whether someone cuts you off in traffic, but you can intend to respond with calm instead of rage. You can't control whether your project succeeds, but you can intend to give your best effort regardless of outcome. You can't control whether people appreciate you, but you can intend to act with integrity anyway. Epictetus taught about the prohairesis, the faculty of choice, the power to decide how we respond to life. But this power isn't automatic. It needs to be activated, reminded, strengthened. Your morning intention is that activation. It's you telling yourself, today I remember my power. Today I choose consciously. Today I lead myself. There's also profound freedom in this practice. When you set an intention instead of just goals, you release the anxiety of outcome. You stop measuring your worth by results. You start measuring it by alignment. Did I show up the way I intended? Did I embody my values? Did I stay true to who I want to be?
Maybe by the result. By the process.
You start measuring it by alignment. Did I show up the way I intended? Did I embody of outcome? You stop measuring your worth by results. You start measuring it by alignment. Did I show up the way I intended? Did I embody my values? Did I stay true to who I want to be? These questions are answerable. These questions are empowering. Write your intention down if that helps. Speak it aloud. Hold it in your awareness as you move into your day. And here's the key. Revisit it. When you find yourself stressed at
Wisdom. Wisdom. Oh yeah, if you don't know social media. Bad guy. American guy. Then no wisdom.
I feel like some rock star.
Reggie, you don't something. Almost done.
I'm gonna be rude again. I'm so messy screwed. Like I count up on him. Why you lucky wrong? Yeah. No, I love my fans. I swear to God, I hope you blow it. I be trash man. Give him twice, he mad man. Get him call the party with the shake and call him mad man. Why this nigga crying on my phone? Talking I had that.
Yeah, I had that.
Money make these bitches crash fast. Saved you. I turned today into ass. But who played you? I've been the same way since high school. I never liked school though. I'm finally rich. I never wanted about school. Yeah, hold on to me now. I'm still faithful. Yeah, relapsed off the drink a second time. I'm gonna be rude again. I'm so messy screwed. I'm so messy. Think it's just my mind, probably. I can't read the room. Think it's just my mind, probably. I'm still needing you. I don't got no time. Beside the time I gave you. We sat at sex since middle school, baby. You been the same. Yo, my job died. I probably won't go back to school. Coach principal, teacher, to school, really out for internet. I'm making tunes.
Really down the court zone.
Walking to the store. I tell my driver to the moon. I know sometimes I it's just cool. That's just the way that I move.
Oh, now previous daily high was going on. That's the funny thing. Alright, let me log in. No. Next setup is gonna come in 8 minutes, so love my fans, huh? Hit him twice, he call the body, call him Mad Max. Like that nigga. On my somebody I had that. Yeah, I had that. Money made these bitches crash fast. I see you. I told some day I into Ash Cash, boy. Who played you? I've been the same way since high school, but I never like. I guess supposed to drop memo whenever they want to make this kind of move. I swear, bro. I swear. But person, I don't grow past that one, Jerry. Leave them. I don't even care. I don't care. My own I say they no pull back to the midpoint, really, I swear. Now why it they even pay me pass? Because assuming they rock back to that midpoint, person no go care now. This guy move, person don't run am up, gone. Like what? Bro. Now that pull back gone. Leave them. But this one a small thing now. Now you expecting how many points you don't 400 points.
Why you come around if you had plans to disappear? Let me think. We been fucking for a while now. Are we fucking? You don't wanna have a child now.
Let's leave them.
All you niggas want me down now.
But that previous daily high is something.
Kid daddy was I hoop I said it till playing 21. Coming from the ghetto. A nigga got an elbow. When he called now he gotta say his name when he say hello.
My excellence has seen that.
I was playing pig.
No, 0.01.
Gambling at the boat. Then she come home mad, we know she lost. One time my whole burn say never again, I'm playing rock. Little brother got switched, but he ain't trying to branch out.
He wants to run this close forward high.
Shit crazy, want the money to go and spend for a member. That nigga decide dog with jeans, spraying about the kennel. I stuck my hand out when I ain't had hand out to lean. Time when I was broke, I had to borrow from Lil Joe. Every time I see a light, I go to think about Lil Mo. They set my dog on fire, traumatized seeing smoke. Fuck running, got a pretty shit, but we should go from here. FaceTime with Kobe, when he was over here. Why by the cat, I left hair about that dealer. Why by the cat, but this ain't shit about some little. Real life, no niggas who was scared when we were little. Got little older, joined the gang, shot some niggas, turned to killers. If ain't nobody died, the only way you play the middle. I'm letting you eat, you feel like supposed to make your plate, bro, you tripping. My brother was good at football before he came an inmate. He went to the state pen, he wanted to go to Penn State. Middle school, we pulling up on campus in the story. Watch your mouth, I get a nigga spent for a rose. How the hell you diss me? You look up to me, you know me. You know me. I ain't talking about you little niggas. If I was, I'd at y'all. That shit they rapping bullshit. I don't think these niggas blackball. On some shit that bigger than the music shit for real. Rap won't get us through the door, but this gon' get us up the stairs. Billy Tootie got his shit the same place that they eat a meal. I watched my little sister cry when she heard that they killed Jamal. If around they take the house, mama put the
The mountain, I see. Imagine the person don't even want to enter because of this 5-year.
Screaming at the cell with Sinead, went to Yale. I was in the picture with Lil Yayo figure air. Walking through the project with big clans on my coil. A nigga died catching body, come think about it, you with the hell. A nigga ain't make it out that wreck, I still can't bring back Lil Fair. All this money that I'm making, this shit can't bring back my care. I still feel for some tail. Lil yeah, he about don't know. When I see him, I'm seeing tell. You love cause you ain't wanna start hating me, ho quit lying, ain't that? You know, just like I know you supposed to be right here. Why you coming around if you had plans to disappear? And me think, we been fucking for a while now. How we fucking, you don't wanna have a child now. All of a sudden, all you niggas want me down now. Or you were a part lead. I know that I been the one. Kid daddy was I hoop, I shed it till playing 21. Coming from the ghetto, a nigga got an elbow. When he called now, he gotta say his name when he said hello. Think about the pile, I know how to feel the loser brother. I was playing pick it up and bustin' with LaMelo. My uncle on the dope, and someone gambling at the boat. And if she come home mad, we know she lost. One time my whole burnt, say never again, I'm playing rock. Lil' brother got switched, but he ain't telling to branch out. Them little niggas petty, you got some ounces to rent off. Fucking up your face again, fucking up your cake again. Another nigga who ain't get to make the see his birthday again. I don't know if Sam know how to juke, but he can't wait to spend. They gon' triple cross, I'm trying to roll. Them trying to hurt you. Beefing with some niggas in the city, never seen in person. I don't live right down to kill a strange. They want us perfect, only thing you know to help his anger. Gonna take a perk.
Exactly, bro. I for download. No, we say to you just press test. I want to load. Maybe like this car.
The nigga that bullshit, you a rat. I hope he died. When they stay saturated, daughter from a kid. You still
leave. Every day this week. Mother stuff.
You ain't coming back. Hope you happy though.
So we could all
I ain't going back no more.
All every move.
You know, just like I know you supposed to be right.
It's alright. God is good.
Why you coming around if you had plans to disappear? Let me think.
30 minutes just mistakenly packed his own minutes. That 30 minutes mistakenly packed. This civilian.
Daddy was I hoop, I shed it till playing 21. Coming from the ghetto, a nigga got an elbow. When he called now, he gotta say his name when he say hello. Think about the pile, I know how to feel the loser brother. I was playing pick it up and bustin' with LaMelo. My uncle on the dope, and someone gambling at the boat. And if she come home mad, we know she lost. One time my whole burnt, say
I saw this. Now I still press. But midpoint. Just say now my own be that. Now my own. It is a lot of everyone. Black was part of the all this. There's a lot of influences around IFVG breaker 5 AM. Below the weekly open as well. Yeah. There was a lot. But here they go good. Asia high too was predictable, and my fault. There was equal highs there. I've not been using Asia as much recently. Because they've been running both sides before market open. Like look at all this. Literally this whole week they ran Asia before. Yeah, exactly. So today I never even reason Asia. Alright. In the car, take him on the tape, thank God we got away. Never killed the nigga that city, love him come outside today. They shoot his mama house up every night, right now he wide awake. On the road to Rich, it took off on him, I thought the ride away. He should hit location, I know he ain't from a mile away. Brother had a baby before he got jammed, I got a child raised. Patient can't wait till they friend even though he gained a lot of weight. She flew out to get a BBS and she got new mileage. Say she only kind of nigga she fucked that done a new back. Give you some mad before the ad was big, you ain't really hit. Okay, plan, you got the big head, you ain't get your pussy dead. When big, you bet on me. Eric like I buy, put a dick in it like an ebony. Soon as I die here in the ground like a pelican. Before give me space, I say with contact as an alien. Niggas act like trapper of the year when they win a settlement. He gon' sell it cheap to get the streets and got it number lit. I done seen an idiot get hit with a few dummy bricks. Down the door, gon' send it to me first on shop at Cumberland. I'm grown up, still riding with the punishment. Right. Switch, slid about the belt. Sosa got the bags, got rich off of depth. Band Cleaver Sessions, same price of Cartier. Them Jean Capital. On the size up. Suspicious shot my brother, we had to make a victim on. 4 hours on the
only third strike, I pray his lawyer got a picture.
You only have the first 30 minutes.
Pay the cost no matter what the bond. Dog a nigga, he said white girl like Ariana Grande. Sleeping on you, that shit could taste him. Everybody on. They don't even know niggas standing next to them, they just hanging. You know you on their ass, got ops clicking over strangers. For a lean, 20 ounces of rack, you know my cup over. Floor demon, got me spilling soda in the cup holder. Coming, babe, let me come to cake, put you in the upright. From Ohio State, this a heavy have a tick, shit up a buck eye. It be on your page. Better tell on you, that's you and your guy. Think you driving right. You gon' put the pistols up on your line from Alabama. I'm the biggest shit from that's in road time. Got a ticket in the go yard. I'm gonna check out soon as sundown. Sometimes see my bed. At the double tree, yeah. Mix with the wind. While we're in the leaf. I don't care for you stretch. Know my number out of reach. Tower XL. Riding BP. Yeah. All the million minds. Like QC. Yeah. This ain't baby money. I ain't signed a P. We take He gon' sell it cheap to get the streets and got the number lit. I done seen an idiot get hit with a few dummy bricks. Down the door, gon' send it to me first. I'm shopping Cumberland. I'm grown up, still riding with the punishment. Riding with a switch, slid about the belt. Sosa got the bags, y'all rich off for depth. Band Cleaver accessories, same price of Cartier. Them jean capital, when the size up. Suspicious shot my brother, we had to make a victim on. Check the bitch where they riding with a picture on.
There's an hourly IFV. Yeah, they're gonna respect you.
He can get them out, pay the cost no matter what the bond. Dog a nigga,
This
he said,
is
white
valid
girl,
that
like
on
I'm sleeping on you, that shit could taste him. Everybody on. They don't even know niggas standing next to them, they just hanging. You know you on their ass, got ops clicking up with strangers. For a lean, 20 ounces of rack, you not my cup over. Floor demon, got me spilling soda in the cup holder. Coming, babe, let me come to cake, put you in the upright. From Ohio State, this a heavy tick, shit up a buck eye. It be on your page, better tell on you, that's you and your guy. Think you driving right. You gon' put the push it up on your line from Alabama. I'm the biggest shit from that's in road time. Got a ticket in the go yard. I'm gonna check out soon as sundown. Sometimes see my bed. At the double tree, yeah. Mix with the wind. While we're in the leaf. I don't care for you.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go use this shit. Previous daily. I swear.
This ain't baby money.
0.75 discount week at the moment. There's a fair value gap there as well. It's a couple influences 8 in premium, so I really can't. I see why they would be.
Won't have time, but gave him money for abortion. See the creek smiles, I be wanting to give them porcelain. Pray make it playing by the streets that gave more endorsement. Gunshots tonight, childhood rougher than the north. From a small town, now we know a distribute drug. To get the gripping on this gun, feel like the reaper getting closer. Breaking home the car, we ain't have enough. I was going to school with three of my niggas on my folders. She told me a story how stepdad used to take it. And she never told her mama to this day cause they had a baby. Got rap niggas say no man don't want another nigga to make it. I never post shoot out with my brothers, they fighting cases. I never post shoot out with none of my brothers, they on probation. And shit you talking about too straight to the heart, you can't erase it. But without the most in Dayland on that curd, it always play back. Got white neighbors trying to keep the curtains up inside the Maybach. I was rapping on the tape, sell little markers in the basement. I used to vibe all them shootouts, we get killed in the home invasion. Real pretty baby, mama silent for like Eddie. Long little time till I'm seeing them dead right by the dairy. Hitting at the court, starting to feel like Jake and Terry. They gon' stop grieving soon as you get buried. Whole city savage, they seen how they did shit. Them the law kill my nigga.
That's for them to
Wondering how God feel, I'm saying free killer. Yeah, pistol, that's the only roommate that can live with you. Yeah. Bro, don't shoot up house, he really trying to kill niggas. He was with an 8 year, never cheated her, he perfect. She in love with a nigga, she just met who bought her a Birkin. Would I waste my time by a diamond, they worthless. I'd rather be a nigga, break the back by your purses. 20 years behind the bars, came home, died off a perk set. At 10 years sleeping on the bone, you go to sleep dreaming about waterbed.
Brand new haircut came with Nyla.
Gang, gang, going for the gang, gang, for the gang, gang, going for the gang, 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 going for the gang, 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 you going for the gang, 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 shit for the gang, gang, for the gang, gang, yeah. I hit the same whole Vince Carter. I take her visa if she ever try to recall. Yeah.
You start low now.
Damn, Kai, you going crazy.
I'm gonna go long.
Order filled.
I was against this food, everything that we get this far. From Ryan Stolos to whatever think that I had this car. Soon as that little paper hit the account, I got their hand out. Soon as heard the verdict, first time seen the man crack. If we can't get you, we make sure that somebody dead around her. Lola bro to death, I still can't take one out the head around her. Ask me about no nigga on top, hands back, I said I don't know why them bitch niggas ain't that, they probably scared of ground. Think who was your dick, you sent your address to the doctor. Chillin' with this bitch, she sent your address to the opposite. Even though we still let them on this block, yeah. Papa when it's dark, we put a flashlight on the clock. If all this fire, just hope you get up with me.
Order filled.
I can't buy no rich minute. Wanna move, but I got unconditional love for the city. The bro them in the field, I love my heart back somewhere in the trench. Or the side the hood, got demons telling me go by there. You go by there, J go by there, J go by there. Yeah. That nigga tryna make it out, he don't know that he gon' die there. He gon' die there, she gon' die there, we gon' die there. I be tryna tell him to get money, but I let know it guns. Mama got the best personal number, all she know it's bad. Putting a load on her, but she'll do anything for a sign. Big brother went to jail, I put the house up, we ain't had a fine. We both said we were gonna stick together, I guess we broke promise. Like I said on the God and judges, what about young?
That was a very quick.
I ain't seen little court since Levi's. From the hood, the only thing we promise is a bunker. I spent those $100 grand on the key eyes.
Exactly
I
what
can't let no nigga kill me, I'd rather be the gunman. But they say RIP, I'd rather match me my size. My underclothes will come and say that shit come on Monday. Lose me, you lose. Hardcore is asking, why you not laughing? The joke's on you. 300 black eye bullets travel.